a couple of sentences in French at C2 level. Can you understand these sentences? En dépit de l'intervention rapide de la police sur les lieux du crime, le commissaire ne trouva aucun indice susceptible de l'aider à établir la moindre hypothèse. Le cambrioleur avait pris les jambes à son cou et s'était volatilisé, ne laissant aucune trace derrière lui. Well, in today's video, we will take these sentences apart so that you are able to make your own C2 level sentence with confidence. Now, let's take a look at the first sentence. Can you define each word grammatically? Now remember that this is a C2 level, so not for the faint-hearted. Of course, I have done similar videos on other levels too. So if you think that C2 is too high, have a look at A1, A2, B1, B2 level and C1. Now let's have a look at the first part of this paragraph. En dépit de l'intervention rapide de la police sur les lieux du crime, le commissaire ne trouva aucun indice susceptible de l'aider à établir la moindre hypothèse. Now, the first part of this sentence is known as a circumstantial clause of concession. So what does it mean? It means that it indicates the circumstances in which an action occurs. So it provides additional information. So a concession can be introduced by prepositions such as malgré ou en dépit de. So in spite of or despite. En dépit de is known as a complex preposition expressing a concession. Now, en dépit de l'intervention, despite the intervention, so the intervention of the police. L'intervention is a feminine singular noun. Why, you may ask, do we put L with an apostrophe in front of intervention? Well, it's quite simple. It begins with a vowel, so therefore, even if there was an E or an A in front, we would have to get rid of it in order to, instead of saying la intervention, we say l'intervention. But each noun remains feminine or masculine, okay? In this case, it is a singular feminine noun. Now, rapide is an adjective modifying the intervention. So, intervention rapide, the fast intervention of the police, de la police. Now, de la police is the complement of the noun intervention, okay? It includes the preposition de plus the definite article la, okay? Feminine singular, and the feminine singular noun, police, and of course you would say la because police is feminine. The two have to agree in gender and number. Now, the next part of this sentence is sur les lieux du crime. So, this is an additional prepositional phrase which is on the crime's location. Like sur is the preposition, les is the definite article in the plural form. Remember, we've got le, la, les. And lieu goes along with les because it's a masculine noun in the plural form. Lieu means place or location or scène or scene, so the scene of crime, les lieux du crime, of the crime, okay? Du crime is the complement of the noun lieu. The premises of what? The premises or the place or location of the crime. Now, then we've got le commissaire ne trouva aucun indice. Okay, now le commissaire is a noun, it is the inspector. The commissaire, okay? It's the subject of the main verb trouva, okay? And trouva is where that sentence makes it a bit higher to understand. It's a C2 level. Trouva here is the verb trouver, to find, conjugated in its passé simple form, okay? Known also as the past historic. We do not use this in everyday French, okay? But you would find it in books sometimes. So be aware of that tense, even though you wouldn't use it necessarily. It depends at which level you want to go. Now, the verb trouver, in that case here, passé simple of trouva, okay? The subject being il, le commissaire, okay? Il ne trouva aucun. So trouver is surrounded by a negation, ne and aucun. So which technically means not anything at all, okay? Aucun means nothing, nothing. So negations would be ne pas or ne plus, not anymore, or not anything, okay? But ne aucun is really strong in that it means nothing at all. In this case, we are talking about aucun indice, okay, which means no clue. No clue. That's literally what it means, no clue, okay? So notice that the indice is a masculine singular noun, okay, which is the direct object to trouver, to find. So, il ne trouva pas quoi? Aucun indice, okay? Now, aucun here, and this is very important, is known as a determiner, okay? And you can put it in its feminine form as well, okay? Here, it's in its singular form because the noun indice, clue, is a masculine noun in the singular. It's very relevant because we are going to find this word in the feminine form a bit later on. So, as for the rest of the sentence, susceptible de l'aider à établir la moindre hypothèse. Well, this sentence is an adjectival phrase modifying the noun indice, clue, okay? So susceptible de, susceptible of, it's composed of an adjective and a preposition. Okay, it's likely or capable of. And l'aider à établir la moindre hypothèse is out there in terms of high level in French, okay? This is known as the infinitive clause, okay? Because aider is in its infinitive form. So, have a look at that. L'aider, L apostrophe, is a direct object pronoun. It's him, to help him. But in French, we say to him help, okay? So, helping who? The commissaire, the inspector. Can you say that? So, aider is in its infinitive form. It's a verb, okay? So, helping to do what? Here we've got two infinitive. Aider à établir, to help him to establish, okay? Again, à établir is known as an infinitive complement, to establish. I think what you would find the most complicated in this sentence is la moindre hypothèse, okay? So la moindre hypothèse is the direct object of établir, the slightest theory. That's what it means, la moindre hypothèse. La moindre is a superlative meaning the least, okay? So la, here, not le, not les, is used here because hypothèse is a feminine noun. Okay. Had it been a masculine noun, we would use le moindre ou les moindres plus the noun you want to use. Okay. So I know this is very difficult. Remember, this is C2 level. You know, it's out there in terms of difficulty. So if I recap the first part of that paragraph, en dépit de l'intervention rapide de la police sur les lieux du crime, le commissaire ne trouva aucun indice, so the inspector did not find any clue susceptible de l'aider, susceptible to help him, you know, to establish the slightest theory. So, despite the police arriving swiftly, rapidement ou rapide, at the crime scene, the inspector found no clues that might help him form even the slightest theory. Now, let's take a breather and let's have a look at the second sentence. Le cambrioleur avait pris les jambes à son cou et s'était volatilisé, ne laissant aucune trace derrière lui. Now, how much of this do you understand? The aucun, we've seen that it means not at all. Here we've got aucune. Well, we're going to find out why it's aucune this time, okay? But let's start with le cambrioleur. That's the burglar, okay? That is the subject of that sentence, okay? It's composed of le as a definite article and cambrioleur as the masculine singular noun. Now remember, it all agrees, okay? Because cambrioleur is masculine, we are going to use le, not la, not les. It's not a plural, it's not a feminine. Now, what does le cambrioleur do? Il avait pris les jambes à son cou. Now here, there is a verb plus a complément d'objet direct, which is also an idiom. Now, prendre les jambes à son cou, that means to legs to his neck, to to have the legs to his neck, but it means to take to one's heel or to flee, okay? So it's very important that when you are going to deal with C1 or C2 level, you're very aware of idioms, because that's what makes the language so difficult to understand a lot of the time. If you were to look at this sentence, prendre les jambes à son cou literally means to take your legs to your neck. That means nothing. But if you know that it is an idiom, then it makes sense in context. Now, do you know the tense of il avait pris? Do you know that? So, avait, had, pris, taken. Okay, so what we have here is a plus que parfait, so a pluperfect, okay? It's the pluperfect of prendre, to take. Prendre is here the infinitive. Pris is the past participle. And because we have to have in the imparfait plus a past participle, we know that this tense is a past tense, but we also know that it's a plus que parfait. Again, I cover all of these very intricate tenses in details in my course. So, le cambrioleur avait pris les jambes à son cou, the legs to his or her neck, like literally. It means the burglar had taken to his heels, or had flee, had gone away, escaped, okay? And then there is another pluperfect, even more difficult. Et s'était volatilisé and vanished into thin air. Now, et is a coordinate, okay, it means and, but s'était volatilisé is where the difficulty here is, okay? Now, if you take this apart and remove était, remove the past participle and look at what the verb is in its infinitive form, it's se volatiliser, okay? Now, because it has se in front, it means it's a reflexive verb, okay? Now, there is some difficulty with this particular verb in the pluperfect, in that when you conjugate a reflexive verb in the past tense, or passé composé, or plus que parfait, in that, or even futur antérieur, or past conditional, you will have to use the right auxiliary. In this case, we're using était. Il s'était volatilisé. And why is that? Because se volatiliser is a reflexive, and any reflexive verbs in the past tense have to use to be in the past tense. I've said that before. But because we're using the plus que parfait, then to be has to be conjugated in the imperfect plus past participle. Does that make sense at all? And of course, you need to agree the reflexive pronoun with the subject pronoun. So for il, it's se. For je, it's me. For nous, it's nous. For vous, it's vous. And so on. So this is quite a difficult tense to grasp in some ways, Again, I cover that in my course in great details. As for the last part of the sentence, ne laissant aucune trace derrière lui. Do you understand that? Now, we have ne and aucune, so we know it's a negation. But laissant, what tense is that? If it is a tense at all? Well, it is known as a present participle. Okay, it's a clause which gives additional information about the action. So when you form a participe présent, what you need to do is take the verb and add ant at the end. For example, laisser becomes laissant. So to leave becomes leaving. Okay, manger, mangeant, en mangeant, while eating. And that's what a présent, a participe présent is. So in this case, ne laissant aucune, okay, the present participle of laisser, here in the negation form, okay, aucune trace. And this is very relevant. No trace. Okay, that's the complément d'objet direct of ne laissant. Now, aucune has an E here, not like aucun early on. Aucune has an E because trace is feminine. So therefore, aucune has to agree with the gender of that word. aucun for masculine, aucune for feminine words. So, ne laissant aucune trace derrière lui, leaving no trace behind him. Derrière lui, preposition of place plus the pronoun lui, him, in the masculine singular form. So, the last part of this paragraph, le cambrioleur avait pris les jambes à son cou et s'était volatilisé, ne laissant aucune trace derrière lui. The burglar had taken to his heels and vanished into thin air, leaving no trace behind. So, if we now look at the full paragraph, which I'm going to read, this should become easier. Can you see the idiom in it? Avait pris les jambes à son cou. Can you see the plus que parfait, plus perfect? Avait pris and s'était volatilisé. Can you see the passé simple? Trouva. And the infinitive verbs établir and aider. And the present participle, laissant. En dépit de l'intervention rapide de la police sur les lieux du crime, le commissaire ne trouva aucun indice susceptible de l'aider à établir la moindre hypothèse. Le cambrioleur avait pris les jambes à son cou et s'était volatilisé, ne laissant aucune trace derrière lui. The purpose of this exercise is for you to be able to spot really important verbs or noun or subject in the sentence when you're going to do any kind of reading, okay? Especially during an exam, such as a TEF exam or the GCSE exam or the DELF or the DELF exam. Now remember that if this is too hard for you, which I believe is hard even for French people, why don't you have a look at the other videos where I cover levels A1, A2, B1, B2 and C1 levels. And again, I cover all these very intricate tenses in my course at learnfrenchwithalexa.com. That's it for me. Au revoir, à bientôt. Bisous bisous.